What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Austin. So today we're looking at the Mattel Masters of the Universe Origins lines, Wave 8 this time. And in this wave we have 3 figures. There were 4 total, but we didn't want the 4th one. In this wave we've got Sunman, which we've already looked at Sunman, especially the Mattel Creations version. So we'll have to compare those. They're going to be pretty similar and stuff, but we got Sunman. Then we have a Horde Trooper from Horde X group. So pretty cool to have that. Just looks like a robot type guy there. And then Clawful, which looks cool with his big claw and stuff. Everything looks awesome about him there. So I'm excited for this. Clawful's the one I'm most excited for. Horde Trooper's just an army builder, so nothing real exciting about him. And since we've already had Sunman, he's not as exciting. But all 3 of them look really cool, and I'm excited to check them out. So let me get them out of the packaging, and we'll take a look at them together. So let's start off with Sunman, which, as I mentioned, we've looked at him before, whether it be through the Masterverse or through the Mattel Creations exclusive version, which I couldn't find for some reason. I wanted to compare them, but I couldn't find him. Oh, I guess we'll just have to look at this Sunman now. And he has powers that the sun gives his melanin skin super strength. So that's kind of his powers and stuff, that he can pretty much harness the power of the sun to give him powers. And overall looks pretty cool. So we've seen him before. So he's a black character, so he's got the darkest skin type, and you know how the sun works with the melanin skin and stuff. So that's pretty fun. So there's a look at his face. The face doesn't look too good, and it looks like his eyes are a little off to the side, but none of the real humanoid faces look good in the MOTU, so not really surprised there. But I like his haircut design, so it's got the nice poofy design to it, and overall looks pretty decent there. And that's one thing with all the figures, they all have like different hairstyles and stuff, so that's pretty interesting. And then he's got the wings that come off of his like shoulders, I guess. It's just this weird piece. If you pop the head off, you can easily just slide this off if you don't want it there, but adds a nice design, like a nice color piece. And I don't know if that helps him fly or whatever. You'd feel it'd be better on his back, but it's pretty interesting that he has that wing design there, and like the, you know, feather designs onto it and stuff, which is cool. And then he's got his chest plate as well, so I guess that's supposed to be like a sun or something in the yellow, but the nice red with the gold around it. And then he's got the loincloth piece there, nice black and green design on there, red gauntlet, as well as the boots with stars on them there. So looks pretty decent overall, and fits in just with the MOTU, same design stuff as He-Man and all that, but he just looks pretty decent. A new character as Sunman. Well, let's do the movement. So his head can twist around all the way around there. He can look down a little and up a little. Of course, with the piece around his neck, you don't get as much movement. The shoulders can come up to 90 there and rotate around. We get the single elbow joint that bends there close to 90 at least, and has rotation with the wrist that can twist all the way around and flex back and forth. Then we get the twist at the waist, so it can twist all the way around there. The hips can come up a little and out to the side. Of course, the single knee joint there that bends back to like 90 and has the rotation in it. And then we get the shin twist at the top of the boot, and the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So it has the standard origin movement, so we'll see that with pretty much all the figures today, but overall function and works pretty good, you know, not much different than any of the others. And then we get his accessories. So first he has a shield, so nice yellow, red, and green design in there. It looks pretty cool. So let's try and put this onto his arm. So there's the shield on his arm, and then he also comes with his sword, which is this big like diamond shaped sword thing there in the orange color, which looks pretty cool. So let's pop this into his hand. So there's the sword in his hand, and now Sunman looks ready to fight against his villain. So it looks pretty cool overall for Sunman. Like I said, I wish I had that exclusive version to show you, but I couldn't find it anywhere. But still looks pretty cool to have him overall, and finally have him in the MOTU line in a non-exclusive version. And next up, we have the Horde Trooper, which are robot foot soldiers of the Horde Empire, led by Hordak, and use their large numbers to overpower their enemies. So they're just big robot guys and don't have a whole lot to them. They're not very smart or anything tactile. Like I said, it just uses their numbers pretty much to overwhelm the enemy. And overall looks cool. So it is a robot, so it's going to have this all like robot body with silver all through it, and then some black details as well with some of the red. So it has the Horde logo there, so like Hordak's face there with the bat wings and stuff. I love the little face. It's like a V-shaped visor, and then the ball head with like the point at the top, kind of cool. And then like the big thick armor there around its neck, and then I said some black there on the arms going all the way down to the hands, where we've got some black gloves and some red details on the end of it. A yellow design there on like what'd be the belt and stuff, and then silver and black continuing all the way down the legs to the black boots there on its feet. So again, just an all robotic body, so not a whole lot special to it or stands out, just a nice silver and black robot with the red details on top. But let's do the movement. So its head can twist around, should be able to twist all the way around. A little bit hard to do because it's down in there. You can look down that far and up that far, so a little bit of back and forth. The shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate around. Can't get all the way around though because of the shoulder piece. And then we get the single elbow joint that bends to 90 with the rotation, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. Then we should have a twist at the waist. Yeah, it can twist all the way around there, and the hips can come up to 90 and out to the side. Then the single knee joint that bends back to 90 with the rotation, and the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. Oh, and there's a shin twist at the top of the boot section, I guess, or shoulder just there in the shin. So a little bit modified, but still pretty much the exact same joints and movements as the other figures. Like I said, just a little bit different. Now, one of the functions of this figure is that it has a self-destruct button, which is the button here right on the center, but you push on it and it should split apart the body. But again, I can't always get it to work. For there it goes, it can pop, and then it splits apart, so it's like it's self-destructed. So I love seeing the red and all the mechanics and stuff inside there, and it does have like a crunch in there as well, so it can like crunch forward and stuff, but it just splits apart, so it exposes like the inside or whatever from the outer armor shell popping. So you just have to get it to pop. Like I said, I have issues, you have to just get it in the right position there to get it to pop off. So there it's got its self-destruct mode, and then it also comes with like this staff weapon. You can see it's got like the Horde bat up top, which looks pretty cool. You can see the bat design and stuff, or creature, whatever it is there on top of it, and then the staff and stick, whatever. So we can put this into its hand, so they can use that to stand guard or fight against She-Ra or whatever there. So pretty cool to have that. Again, just another robot to fill in with the Horde army. And since it is an army builder, we do have 2 of them, and because of that, we can then bring in, of course, their leader of Hordak. So there's Hordak as well to lead with the Horde Troopers there behind it. So that looks pretty cool, having Hordak and them around it. So very cool to have the Horde Trooper again, an army builder. So not a lot of special to it, but cool to now add it into the Horde ranks. And our final figure we're going to look at today is Clawful, which is a hybrid man and crab of the evil warriors, and he has large sharp claws that can crush through his opponents, as well as a bigger right claw that looks really big and cool there. So he's got that big claw, and that's kind of his function. So it says half crab, half man, so you can see the man like with the body and stuff there. And like it's got different parts, got the little like fins and stuff on the body. We've seen these before with other characters, I just can't recall them, and some fur on it as well. Same with those lines going down the legs, and then of course the crab or lobster, whatever sort of aquatic creature you want to call it there. So he's got the head that looks all weird, so nice big teeth and crazy eyes and eyebrows and stuff, a little bit of pointy nose there, and then spikes on its head, and nice texture over, just like all that like bubbly texture running all through it to give that texture. Nice shell on top with some nice black lines and stuff running through it. So just that piece with the spine going down the back, and stars like the fur loincloth with a blue belt around it there, and then blue boots or weird feet or whatever you want to call it there, we've seen before as well on past figures. And then like I said, the big crab claw hand. So it's got the normal one there we've seen with like, I think Buzz Off and stuff had it, but we got those hands. But then again, his big crab claw, which is kind of crazy and cool design, and has a function. So as the lever piece you can push back on, and it makes the claw open and close and stuff there, so you can grab onto somebody like He-Man or whatever and pinch him to death or whatever. But looks pretty cool that he has that. Of course, just a big crab claw that doesn't really do much, can't really do a whole lot with it, like I said, just grab onto something, but he still looks cool overall. But let's do the movement. So head twist around, look down that far and up that far, some movements there. Shoulders can come up to 90 and rotate all the way around. Single elbow joint that bends to 90 with the rotation, and then the claw piece twist around and flex back and forth. Twist all the way around at the waist, hips up a little and out to the side. Single knee joint back to 90 with the rotation in it, and then the shin twist at the top of the boot. And then we get the foot that flexes back and forth and twist side to side. So that's all the movements there, and again, pretty standard, the same, just the claw now on the hand is the only additional movements we have for him. And accessory wise, he also comes with a mace, so he's got this nice green mace that we can try and fit into this claw hand. And so if you get it pushed all the way in there, it does kind of fit in there towards the back, so it kind of pops right in. So now he's got the mace and then his big crab claw as well, so he's ready to do some damage there in the fight against He-Man. So overall looks pretty cool, but he is a member of the Evil Warriors, so we can of course bring in his master of Skeletor. So there we have Skeletor and Clawful, and just looks pretty cool overall. I love the colors and stuff. He really pops, and design stuff looks different than most things with like the crab design and stuff, and overall looks pretty cool for this character. Well, that's going to be it for our Masters of the Universe Origins Wave 8, where we had these 3 figures. There was also, I think it was Anti-Eternity He-Man, the He-Man that's like all black color, which again, we didn't want that because it's not that important of a character and just wanted to skip out on it. But we got Sunman, Horde Trooper, and Clawful, which are all really cool. So 3 new characters to add to the collection, and then ones we don't really have, especially of the Horde Trooper and Clawful. But Sunman we have had in that exclusive version, and then we also have that 3-pack he came in, so we'll have multiple versions of Sunman, but this is the first official like normal one that we're openly. But pretty cool to have these 3 figures now to add to our Origins collection, and overall they're pretty decent. So if you like the Origins, you'll like these figures. But let me know what you thought of them down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.